Morning, my favorite scholars. It is Tuesday, May 18th, 2021, and it is National Visit Your Relatives Day. So make sure, even if you can't visit your relatives, give them a call and tell them that you appreciate them. Today we're going to review. You have a quick review chart, and then you're going to do a practice quiz on Edulastic. So we're going to do a quick do now, and then we're going to review. Oh my gosh, my book just closed. Come on now. My life is a mess. Okay. So we're going to do a quick do now. Then we have the review, and then you have a practice quiz on Edulastic. I really, really highly suggest that you try on the practice quiz because it's very similar to your actual quiz tomorrow. So it'll give you a good idea of where you're at and what you need to study. All right, so for your do now, you have two questions. One's actually a review of the manor system that we talked about a couple weeks ago with lords and serfs. And the one on the right, we actually haven't talked about yet. We're going to talk about it in a couple weeks with the Columbian Exchange and the discovery of the New World. That's not actually new, but to the Europeans it is, so that's all that matters. And so you're going to look at the chart and then answer the question. But it's actually a really good prep for when we start to talk about the Columbian Exchange. So just give it your best shot. But go ahead and pause the video and answer the two do now questions. All right. So number one, or I guess number 10, because that's the number next to it, is the feudal obligations, because it talks about what the lords did and then what the serfs were responsible for. So the lords were assigned farmland and they provided protection from bandits, apparently. And then serfs tended the lord's land and maintained the lord's estate. So that gives us the feudal system obligations. On the right, with the Columbian Exchange, it tells us, although they weren't always positive interactions, it does give us it does show us the exchange or the interaction of cultures between Western and Eastern hemispheres. So technically, Europe would be the Eastern hemisphere, and then North America would be the Western hemisphere. And so those are goods that I hate that word New World because it's not new, it's always been there. Um, the New World gave to the Old World, meaning the conquistadors went over and they found these goods and then they took them back to Europe with them. And then these are the goods that the Europeans brought over to the New World. So here are your quiz topics. We have our people that we've been talking about, and then one other important fact that's going to be, or topic that's going to be on the quiz is the effect of the printing press. And that's actually going to be a short answer response. So you really want to go back into your text and go back into old lessons and see what the printing press did for society, because there were major, major, major effects of it. And then just a quick review of our ideas of the Renaissance, and then again, more people. So what I want you to do, and this should take you at least 7 to 10 minutes, so Miss Andriani can time that, but it's definitely going to take you at least 10 minutes to go through your old lessons, and I want you to identify birthplace, personality, training, and achievements of all these people that we talked about in the past 3 days. And you're probably thinking, Miss King, why does it matter? Why does it matter? Shakespeare will follow you for the rest of your life. Michelangelo will follow you for the rest of your life. Da Vinci affects your life now. So does Copernicus. But all of these people you will hear about for the rest of your life. So it's really, really important that when people bring it up, you know what they're talking about. So go ahead and pause the video for about 10 minutes and fill in this chart. If it takes you less than 10 minutes, then you didn't actually fill it out correctly, because I couldn't even make the slide in 10 minutes. So go ahead and pause. All right, so I color coded everything, but here is the birthplace, personality, and training and achievements of all these people. For the quiz, you really want to concentrate on achievements. I really want to know that you know who created David and, well, David, the second David, and the Sistine Chapel. I really want you to know who created the heliocentric theory. I really need you to know about Cervantes and Vesalius, and obviously Shakespeare, which you should know because you're reading him in reading class. So go ahead and pause the video and get this down if you don't have it, or if you are missing some things, or if you just have things that are incorrect, which is totally cool. But that's why there's a delete button and you can fix them. Then for here, the next part of the review, I just want you to match the movement to the description. And then that just a quick review of what these movements are, or these subjects are. So go ahead and pause the video, and I just drew lines. So if you go up to the top of your screen, if you go up here, you can find a line, and you can just draw a line like that, okay? So that's what you're going to do. You're just going to draw a line from the movement to the description of it. So go ahead and pause the video and go ahead and do that. All right, so I kind of tried to trick you a little bit, but I really just made the descriptions right next to the movement. So humanism was the goal to return to the classics of Greece and Rome. Individualism was the freedom of action for individuals and focus on that. And secularism was considered non-religious, or at least less focus on religion. So you want to get that if you need it, and if you need to pause, go ahead. And then you have a practice quiz on Edulastic. This should take you at least 10 to 15 minutes. There are some extra questions that won't be on the quiz tomorrow, but I want to get as much practice for you as I can. And so you definitely want to take advantage of this opportunity for the practice quiz. But other than that, I will see you all tomorrow, and you will have a wonderful quiz and a wonderful enrichment activity for afterwards. See you later. Bye.